And thanks for staying with us. Now, there is need to bridge the knowledge gap on global best human rights standards among security operatives in Nigeria. This is part of the strategy of the SAFE project being implemented by the Lawyers Without Borders to curb extrajudicial killings, arbitrary detentions, and torture by law enforcement officers. Kemi Foladiemo reports.
The 3-day training targeted security agencies operating in Lagos State, including the Nigeria Police Force, the Nigerian Army, DSS, NDLEA, and the Correctional Service. The facilitators say that many officers of the law erroneously believe that torture is the only way to extract confessions from suspects during interrogations. The agenda by ASF France is to retrain the participants on the respect for human rights and working within the ambits of the law.
We expect security agencies to work, but we expect them to work within the ambits of the law. So they are not expected to work outside of the scope of the law, because the rule of law must be respected by all. So they are set up and empowered, given authority to enforce law by the Constitution. They cannot also act in contravention of the same Constitution. Where there's a violation of human rights, there must be accountability for perpetrators. They must be held to account.
Well, we all could recollect the NSAS protest that happened last year, which is actually a product of violation of human rights that the people cannot take anymore. And right now, I believe there have been a reduction. I believe people are learning their lessons. And I believe that we can look forward to a better policing, better security agencies.
It is expected that these beneficiaries will imbibe the knowledge attained and impact their colleagues positively.
There's need to retrain our security operatives on the need to do proper investigation, which comes with proper funding, proper training, equipment, research and development, so that they can be able to do their work very well without necessarily resorting to primitive torture as a tool to doing their work.
One of the critical areas that ASF has been advocating on is the eradication of severe forms of human rights violations, including the act of torture. And this has already been prohibited in several international statutes and domesticated here in Nigeria. Even more so, that torture has now been prohibited in the 2017 Anti-Torture Act of Nigeria. The Lawyers Without Borders in Nigeria, with their partners, are also working with journalists and civil society groups, as well as providing free legal services to victims of serious human rights violations. Kemi Foladiemo, TVC News, Lagos.